Okay, so your question was, when should I play champions that I'm the best at versus what's the strongest in the meta? Which is a great fucking question, to be honest. For me, I would be mindful about what your best blind picks are and then what your best counter picks are. Let's say, for example, that Misfortune's God tier, right? If you're not the best Misfortune player, you have two options. The first one is ban Misfortune. The second one is, actually you have three. The second one is learn Misfortune. And the third one is counter Misfortune. Based on how Misfortune builds at the moment, she usually goes Bloodthirster first. And so in the past, historically, champions like Jhin are good against MF. However, because MF builds BT and not lethality now, the counter of Jhin kind of lost its value. Maybe you felt it from playing games. Hey, he has Vamp Scepter, I'm like trading with him, but then he just vamps off the wave and nothing happens. And you end up just, the best thing that you can do as Jhin is just scale, right? Or try to set up a gank. Okay, so let's get more specific to you. So what champions do you have in mind that you think you are good at, but aren't that meta right now? And we can look at your OPGG too.
I mean, my best champions are like hyper carries. Like Zeri, I think is my one of the best.
Okay.
I think also Kai'Sa. I always play a lot of Kai'Sa, and Jinx is also my usually like top 3 picks.
Perfect. I mean, for me, all three of those are fine right now. I'd say Jinx is a little bit more niche, and perhaps you're going to lose out on value of champions like Aphelios, Lucian, maybe some MF. All of these champions sound fine. You don't need to play all of them. Basically, what we need to do is figure out your blind picks and then your counters. Like, probably not the best idea to blind Kai'Sa in high elo, unless you have a good comp, like you have the Arivi or something. You're going to run into a really hard lane phase. For me, if you're a good Lucian player, I think you should abuse it because there's a lot of Enchanter players in Challenger. Can be very good. Now,
I was also thinking, I think my Varus is also good, to be honest.
For me, Varus is God tier right now in scrims and in what I've seen from the MSI games. Basically, it's like you first pick Varus, and the only response, in my opinion, that's reasonable is a snap Jhin. Like 1-2, if first pick Varus, 1-2 Jhin. I understand you can play some Lucian army against it. I understand you can play Siva maybe if you drop or you pick on R3. I get it, but for me, it's not that worth it. You can get better value in other counters. So for me, that makes Varus OP. So on blue side,
to be honest, I always like to play like Jhin into Varus. Like always when I see Varus, I would insta snap Jhin, to be honest.
Perfect. So the only issue with that, so I agree with you, right? I like Jhin versus Varus too. But one of the issues is that Jhin is susceptible to team comps and Varus is a little bit more flexible. If you snap pick Jhin 1-2 on red and I don't know, let's say your mid laner, like one of the most OP mids on the patch right now, it's like Ari, Talia, what else? Blind. Probably those two. Maybe I'm missing one. But then all of a sudden you're in a team comp where you have like Talia Jhin or Ari Jhin. Enemy team picks a tank like Sion on 2-3, we can FF. We like, I'm being a bit over exaggerated. Like we can still pick like.
I understand you get my point,
like right? So you want to put yourself in a position where your blind picks are, you're not going to get screwed in lane and you're not going to screw the comp. So for me, depending on how, because I haven't seen any like too many games of you playing, the most important part is what sort of player are you? Are you someone that scales in team fights? Are you someone that likes to dominate lane? Like, where's your strength? And from there, we can start building a better champ pool for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, it like depends from champ to champ, but I usually like to like scale up and play the team fights. Like I was usually just a hyper carry main, and then I started playing more like Varuses, like MFs, and start to play lane more.
Absolutely. And so we have a very interesting decision to make in terms of your development as a player, because either we can go down the route of, hey, let's make what makes you a 7 out of 10 as a player. Let's say the scale and team fight, that thing that you're good at. Let's say, can we get that 7 to like an 8.5? Maybe that's a good use of our time. Or maybe if you're not such a lane dominant player, maybe you want to be, but you just don't have the tools right now. And so maybe we could turn your lane, which I'm just going to make it up and say it's a 4 out of 10. Maybe we could make that 4 a 7 in an easier, or like we'd get better value from our practice. Does that make sense? So
yeah.
We can make a decision based on how we review. Anyway, I hope that all made sense. Let's start. You want to start with the MF game or Lucian?
No, we can go with Lucian.
Okay, let's start. And let me get my pen thing out. Let me just double check that my recording's working. Test. It's fine. Okay. Before the VOD starts, tell me how both comps interact, and then we'll start talking about lane.
I think we on the left, we want to play around Karthus. We have like pretty strong lanes, I would say. I'll just stop has push, but mid and bot we should have push, and we should just look to play around Karthus more. And I think the right team, they want to like scale up, and they're pretty strong, I think, in team fights with like, they have Iron Leona, which is pretty good. They like hard outscalers. I mean, not hard, but they scale really well, and they can also play on side, maybe with Yone.
Yeah, understood. So for me, the enemy team wants to play with a flank. Either Jace wants to be the one controlling the spots at objectives and throwing his poke, or Yone wants to flank and look for an ulti. How you've assessed the comp is pretty fine. I think your comp's a little bit harder to play from what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
But in the early game, which jungler is going to be more active?
I mean, what do you mean by active?
So like your jungler will be doing what?
I mean, he's gonna look to full clear, but he can also, I think, fight. Karthus is pretty strong at fighting.
So after his when he's doing his efficient clear afterwards, and he has a time window, he looks to battle. That's fine. But the most important part is he's looking for efficiency. Now, enemy jungler doesn't have to be as efficient and can look to pressure your lane. So you need to consider that when playing out your 2v2. So start thinking about jungle, what each jungler wants to do, start thinking about how mid-prior is going to interact with the game, and top lane's a little bit less relevant. But thinking about how the comps interact is more useful at objectives, which objective to prioritize, do we need to push out side lane, if they get a flank, what do we do, things like this. Okay, so for the 2v2, run me through how the first 3 waves play out.
I mean, I have the cleanse and he has barrier, so they can like maybe look for all-in, but if we like, I think Spacewell and Leon is kinda useless level 1, we should just have the prior Leon, and like we control all 3 waves. Like, I think we just look to poke them down a bit, and like level 1, don't let them even touch the wave, to be honest, and we just stack 2 or 3 waves. I think maybe 2 is better, but I'm not sure, to be honest.
I agree.
And like also we have a really good ward on Ivan, so we're gonna know what he does also.
Perfect. Okay, so I think your assessment is fine. Basically what I'm thinking is they're a little bit stronger level 1 in the sense of if they can get on 2, they have more damage. But you guys have, obviously Nami's passive is going to give you some move speed. Maybe you start Q, maybe you start W. I prefer Q in this lane. You need to be mindful of Leona's E level 1. And you guys are playing the sustain war. They want to all in. If both bot lanes are like slightly below full HP, it's better for you guys. If both bot lanes are at 50% HP, it's worse for you guys. Make sense?
Yes, yes.
Just based on how the champions play. It's a little bit general and it's more specific, but let's play. We want to avoid getting eaten by Leona level 1. Okay, let's go back. Okay, where should you stand right now?
I mean, closer to where I'm clicking right now, like, I should be more forward, like, pressuring the cork, you know?
I think now your position's okay.
Okay.
And now you want to play on this line. So, the only thing you have to be mindful of is Leona E. Right now, your Nami is completely griefing, but you need to be standing along this axis. So, as long as you're outside of Leona's E, if she's here, maybe you have to go a little bit further back, but you want to use this minion as your pivot point to hit your Q. Now for me, you're never going to take W in this lane. Why? Because if you walk into the auto range, Leona can E you. And then Corki E's, he uses barrier, and it can be a bad trade for you. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So first point is, your positioning could be a little bit more aggressive, and I think it's fine for you to try hit a Q. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask that, is it worth to like try to hit a Q if I'm pushing it quicker?
Okay. Very interesting concept. Okay, so how does a wave push faster? If you wanted to fast push a wave, which minions would you kill first?
The melees.
Right? Because then one melee dies and your minions move forward, right? Like chess. But if you damage this creep, when is it actually affected, the push?
I mean, when the melees die, right?
Like when the next wave comes in, right?
Yeah.
Or a little bit later. So right now, if you queue the back minion like this, it's not a huge issue for me. As long as you don't kill it, and you're able to like walk back and drop the aggro faster, I think it's fine. Let's watch. It's fine. Your support makes a big mistake. It's fine. I think you're going to lose that CS always because you need to try to trade back and get value. Nice. So I like that you're looking to punish based on when he has a drop. I think it's nice. So when he needs the last hit, you try to pressure him with Q. It's perfect. Okay, so I'll be a little bit like overly critical. It doesn't matter in this game, but it might in the future. What your auto attack range is like here, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Why wouldn't you stand here?
I mean, yeah, I also could maybe have an angle if I'm there.
For me, the only thing is, if this guy doesn't, this guy might, maybe he knows that these minions are not going to die, maybe he doesn't. But the main point for me is that you should be farming in the most aggressive position, but still in range to last at this minion. Because right now, this guy's getting anxious about 2 creeps. If he missteps by a little bit more, maybe Nami can heal, you can dash, and you can just try to proc your double order. So yeah, just watch your positioning. Could be a little bit more optimized, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, could pressure a little bit harder here. Again, doesn't matter in this game. Creeps don't die, but you get the concept. Okay, this is fine. Okay, what's going on the map right now?
I mean, our Karthus is invading.
So where's the enemy jungler?
I mean, he's around bot side.
We don't... Okay, so there's 4 quadrants of jungle. Now, we know he's not here right now in the sense that he's not showing. The second one is, he's not in our top blue side. It's very unlikely, unless he did something crazy. So, right, he's somewhere bot side. So, after wave 2, what should you be doing? This much prio, what should you be doing?
I mean, I have 2 options. Either I poke or go ward, right?
Okay,
but it's better to ward here.
Love your options. So, you can poke or you can go ward. Now, let's think about the future payoff. Let's say you poke, right? Let's say you take like... Let's say the enemy even fucks up and you take like a double auto. You don't get to proc your PTA, but maybe you get a double auto and a Q. That's a great trade for you, right?
Yeah.
When can you actually utilize trading with them?
I mean, when my Karthus comes bot, or because Ivan is like bot.
When you have vision of Ivan not being bot. So either when Karthus is able to come bot, or when you know that Ivan is not going to be bot. Now the issue is, if you steal Ivan's camps, he then has more free time, right?
Yeah.
So the most important part right now would be getting vision, not just for you guys, but for your team. And now with this much prior, I think you get a ward on Grump.
Yeah,
what is this level 1 Leona going to do to you? He needs to get level 2 before he comes and checks. Now, maybe Leona goes and he sweeps, maybe. So then you can start playing the mind game of like, okay, check. Does Leona have sweeper? Yes. So I need to walk up, fake ward here, and try to ward like here or here or here, you know? Then you can start playing the mind game. I don't think poking is horrible, but I think it's better to go for the ward. Mechanically, I
mean, yeah, because Ivan can like go bot and always give them a push out in worst case, right?
Yeah. I mean, the main thing is now, like, even if you chunk them, like, you can't play too aggressive because you don't have the correct vision to do so. And if I was the enemy bot lane, right? If I was this Corki, look at how they're clicking.
They're really scared.
Yeah, right? Ivan's probably not bot yet. Imagine Leona is like this, tethering like this, and Corki's like this. Yeah, maybe you could dash and trade on them, and maybe he would barrier, but they know you didn't ward right now, because they saw you poking them under tower, you know?
Yeah, I mean, but if they're like stepping up, because we know like Ivan is around bot side, then I think if they're playing this passive, like I'm never in danger, right?
Exactly. So my point is that they're actually making they didn't punish you for not warding. Because right now, they should be saying to you, hey, are you sure Ivan's not bot? And you'd be saying, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So we can learn from their mistake too. So now it's time to ward. Nice. We clear both entrances. The only way we can get fucked is if he comes behind us, if he already passed our line of vision. It's a bit annoying that they get a push out. But it's not the end of the world.
I mean, I think my ward is good, but yeah, it's really hard because Corki can just push out the wave, right?
Okay, so what's the value? So what's the value of this ward?
So we can see like where Ivan passes. Like we both, because now he wards like the bottom bush, and we know what's happening like in whole bot river side. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's okay. I'm thinking for your lane, right? It's better for you to ward here and ward.
Yeah.
Because then you're back for the wave and you're safe from a gank from behind. This is like, I don't know, it's like you're kind of playing for the team, but the enemy bot lane's fucked. For me, the info on Ivan is a lot like, is Ari gonna die to a gank right now? No. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because Karthus is also pathing to bot, so we should just make the
way more important that your lane state is good here.
Yeah.
And I don't like that they get a free base here, because they were getting completely stomped 2v2. Okay, so they get a free base, they don't decide to base. Do you hard push insta? No, you drag. Okay, they don't base. I don't know why they don't. Yeah, enemy bot lane is just griefing. Even though, yeah, the only time that they should stay is if they see you hard shoving the wave, right?
Yeah.
So enemy bot lane is just griefing. Push as slow as we can. Try to deny them. Good. I love it. What's your job right now?
Well, now I got maybe lost in the sauce. Like I have a lot of gold, so I should maybe look for a base. But right now I also think like we're much stronger. I'm just looking for a poke because Corki is kind of fucked with resources, right?
I agree completely. It's completely fine for you to stay in lane right now because even if the enemy jungler comes bot, you won't die if you play good.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's fine to stay in lane. I agree with you. Now, once again, I'll ask you the same question. What's your job? So we agree that staying in lane is legal. So if we're going to stay in lane, what's our job?
I mean, I'm just looking to poke down the Corki and don't let him CS these range creeps for free.
Okay, for me, Corki, not accessible. Because if you lock yourself into your auto animation or your Q animation, the owner will eat you. You might lose your cleanse. So
I'm playing on my... I mean, I know I'm gonna like buffer the E and like dash, and I think I'm gonna be safe.
Perfect.
To be honest.
Okay, so I agree with you. But could we get value from something else while pressuring Corki at the same time? I think yes. I think you should be hitting the turret. Instead of trying to get optimal damage on Corki right now, you could have had maybe 2 or even 3 autos on the turret already. Now, as soon as the owner eats you, what do? You dash. But the point is, you're pressuring Corki to stay out of your range, you're making it harder for him to CS, and you're prepping a plate for later. Do you see the efficiency thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So just, if you can get autos on the turret, you're still providing the same pressure on him. I agree. If you can poke him, go for it. I'll be kind of critical once again. Like, I don't like the W that much because it's 60 mana, you know? For me, right now, the E auto Q trade on Leona is perfect.
Yes.
Because then you're going to have enough for another full combo if someone's in kill range when this wave crashes. Right now, you have 110. It's enough for EQ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think you're a little bit wasteful with the W. That's all.
I mean, should I use the W on Leona or just don't use the W?
If you can extract value, I'm okay with it. So basically, if you could W, auto, E auto, Q auto, if you get max value, I'd be okay with it. Now, it's okay. You got the autos off on the owner? Sure. But you get my point, right? Maybe you could even extend it by 1 extra auto just because of the Ardent Blaze passive. Just be mindful of your... Like, just because you're getting some damage on them doesn't mean it's good. Try to figure out, okay, well, who is, like, killable right now? Corki's playing very safe, but after Leona takes this trade, maybe she's killable. Or maybe they're both killable. So try to keep your condition ready for the future play as well. Now, something else you need to consider though, in these scenarios where you're like overstaying, just because you have a better condition than the enemy bots, you need to be mindful about jungle pathing. In the sense that you want to base and come out on map, the same time your mid jungle are ready to play. Because what it means is like, if you're let's say your jungle's pathing bot, right? So he's doing his wolves while you're coming out of base. So he goes down and he finishes as you're pushing here. What does it mean? Well, either you can do dragon, you can go deep in their bot side to get vision. If the enemy jungler shows anywhere on the top side of the map, you can legit dive them. So the point is, the timing in which you want to recall, even if you're stronger than the enemy bot or extending the lane is good for you, is can you get a bigger payout later? Could we dive them? So I agree that it's fine to stay in lane because both junglers are pretty like kind of inactive, you know? Or it's kind of hard for you to die with cleanse against Ivan. So let's continue.
Because do you think I should like maybe base earlier? Like,
no. I think everything is fine right now.
Okay.
Again, same thing. The efficiency with your W here, it's like why?
Yeah.
It's just trash, you know. Look, if it was a different jungler, maybe. Look, I was considering even telling your mid laner right now. Like, I'm pretty sure this wave coming in is cannon mid. Maybe Ari should even be coming bot already.
Yeah, I think we were like calling it like
right?
Can Ari go bot today?
On this next bot wave that's here, like, do we even care about the mid push? Like, Karthus can just catch it, you know? For me, like, Ari is not a 1v9 champion. It's a champ that wants to make action happen. And for me, when the enemy bot's staying like this, they should die. Okay, so they're 1 HP. You're like saying, hey, like, can we kill them? I assume this is good for you guys.
I don't have the mana.
Yeah, I won't say it, but you get my point, right? Like, it really matters sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. Alright. How does this happen? Like, is the enemy bot lane in this state, and this is the outcome?
Yeah, it's criminal, kinda.
Right? And it could be from better planning. You could call your mid 1 wave before. Maybe you call him, he doesn't come. Alright, happens. But the point is, try to visualize how the future will look and try to preempt this play before. The enemy bot lane is cooked already. So, where could you also play? You guys should be going on this Ivan already. So here, where should you be hitting the turret from?
Like closer to the left and...
For me, it's right here.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't care about killing these guys. What we care about is finding information. Is someone helping them? Because if Ivan's here, who's the target?
It's the Ivan.
it's Ivan. And then we push that guy out, and then what? We come back bot and we dive them. They can't leave. They're jail. So the most important part about when you're looking to dive the lane is get information past the lane. Here, what's going on here? Who's there? And if no one's there, go dive, because they can't leave, right?
Yeah, they can.
Perfect. And then mana management, of course. But yeah, I don't really care too much about the execution. I care more about the concepts. Okay, Ivan catches. Sure. Okay, we do a little 730 grub swap. Nice. Mid dies 1v1 just before grubs. Fantastic. Lost his ult as well. Thank you. He's about to get yelled at in review. Okay, so it's fine. You deny him the cannon. Our jungler is past halfway on the map. Mid's coming out of base. We're catching top. Illegal. He's dead. Of course he's dead. Whoa. I'm very curious to see what you did with your mouse here.
The spin.
Yeah, it was interesting, you know? Like, I'm not necessarily sure it's bad, but it's just curious.
I don't know. It's maybe good.
Good. Perfect. You salvaged.
I mean, here I get the bait that like, no, I should be chasing Ivan.
Muted and reported this game. For sure, he's calling to kill this guy.
Yeah, he's calling. I mean, like.
You see it though, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I mean about like concentrating about your individual stuff in solo queue, concentrating on your individual stuff in scrims. Don't get dragged around.
Yeah.
But we can see. Like I know what's happening in comms. Kill this guy! Kill it! He's griefing!
Yeah, I was legit getting baited.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, here we legit said like we're just gonna look to dive Jason.
Yep.
Just make the game unplayable for him, and
no one should be fighting topside right now. They should be okay. So something that you can like a macro concept that can be good for you that you can teach your teams. Basically, you can do like what's called a fake contest. So in ERL, particularly in lower ERL, this works a lot. So you just show yourself here, right? Show yourself on this line, and then they think, oh, we're contesting. They're contesting. Oh, so basically they take a more defensive position in the river, and they try to block you from entering. Now, during this time of you showing yourself to them, the mid wave is coming in. So basically you stall them until the next mid wave is coming, then you push the next mid wave, and then you have inside track to bot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're like fake contesting to generate tempo for the bot wave to push out for a dive or a cross map or camps or dragon. Make sense?
Yeah, that's pretty smart to be honest.
Yeah, you can just keep that in mind. So the important part about when is the mid wave here already? If not, we need to like dance with them a bit, you know, and say, hey, maybe we fight, maybe not. But of course, your bot as Lucian. So should we contest it? Of course not. But I'm gonna try to ignore the team macro unless I feel like I can help you, because I'm not here to teach your team.
Yeah. Okay.
Very nice, brother. Very nice. I think we could optimize here.
Not getting PTA procs right before the ult, maybe.
Yeah, I think you can short dash and then ult.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's fine to take one turret shot here. You have Nami W, maybe you have Nami heal or not. You kill this guy anyway, awesome. But you get my point.
Yeah, he could have survived, to be honest. I now have push and I'm looking to play on top, to help them on top.
Yep.
The wave is coming.
All you need to do is fog. Walk up, fog, go halfway, come back for the next mid. Now, if Corki tries to brute force in the rotation, you punish him. If there's a long fight top, you rotate. It's perfect. They're tipping. We have God Vision. It should be fine for you to play this out. Nice dash. Great. Love that. Okay.
I mean, should we like overstay on top, like right here? Like we have a lot of gold, but and we have such a good vision, so we should maybe like play on these Jays, right? Or do you think it's bad?
It's bad. It's bad because Nami needs to get new wards. Now, maybe there's an argument where you could stay top, but the problem is, now you start getting into a situation where like you can stay top the better the players you're playing against are, because he needs to respect fog everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
But if Nami bases and you try to pressure him 1v1 and he just starts fighting you, like you have to back off. I mean, you can try. But for me, are you going to get an item off one wave? No. Does it matter if Jace pushes the next top wave? Not really. Like, this is fine. For me, it's completely fine. But also, I don't want you mids. Like, Ari should already be going top.
Yeah.
Ari takes next mid. She's griefing. You catch top. It's like, whatever. But nice lane ward. Jace is trying to trap you. I like how you played that. It was good. I understand you want the damage efficiency. Not a huge fan of that dash, but it's fine. I like your inputs. This is all fine. I'm happy with the Lucian so far. I like it, and I think you should play it when it's good in solo queue.
Yeah, I mean, like I play a lot of champs. I think some are like better than the others. Like everything that has like a dash or some outplay, I think I like those champs, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Okay, here I grief, and he just manhandles me.
Why dash?
Yeah, it's like such a bad dash.
Just
now Corki. Yeah.
If you want to see us. Yeah, this is super bad. Super bad. And the thing is, like, basically, the reason it's bad is not because you made like you made some error in your thought. It's that you're just not thinking. Like it's an ADHD dash. The same thing in bot when you throw your W at the Corki. There's no reason to throw the W. You can't get any value in the future out of chunking him 60 damage from your W or 100 damage from your W, you know? So I think you just need to start being a bit more conscious about these microprocessors, because I think you're at a level where you're actually playing quite good. Then here, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's just I fucked up and just
7-0 Lucian is staying for 3 creeps.
Yeah.
You know? The game is 13-10, like we need you on the map pressuring. But right now, this Astronaut Corki, Tetris Corki, has got monster mid priority, and look what happens to the map. Somehow they're on objective, somehow we're face checking their vision. This should be dangerous, you know? Right now, Ari's going in 1v9 mission. For me, this is like one of the best fights that the enemy team can get. And then here, what should you do?
I should just go back mid.
Just bounce, bro. Just bounce. The upside is, maybe you get some kills. The risk is quite high. You're 7-0. We just go mid, push, take dragon, push out bot, base. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to kill people even when they're in kill range every time. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we go here, we stay. Fine. Just want to see, like, is there moments where you could squeeze a bit harder when you need to base? I'm not, like, you understand why this is bad, right? Like, he still has dash. If you want to do this, you need to open with rapid fire, right? You W like you did, like to prep your double auto, you need to open with rapid fire, slow him, he Ws, then you ult, right? And then you dash out, or you dash to full.
I mean, my process was not to kill him, just to like chunk him so we have minions to like kill the turret, right?
Do you still think it's a good play?
I mean, I think it's not, but...
My 7-0 Lucian is using 3 bullets to burn Corki's W on a tier 2 where he literally can't step up anyways.
Yeah.
You get my point? Like, you don't need to chunk this guy anymore. He's already completely shitting himself. You could get better value in your ult somewhere else. Not only that, but now you're at 40% HP. So I like that you want to play aggressive, okay? Like, it's not something I want to change about you at all. I just want you to get, I just want you to see the value on the timer. There is no value on this timer. You get everything you want already. You get everything you want. If you want this turret, you can get it on the next wave. If he wants to take a risk to step up to try to Q this, then maybe you can even kill him without ulting. You can just dash, but Nami's not in range, you know? If he walks up for this, and he doesn't know where Nami is, maybe she's showing on vision, maybe he's dead anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I really dislike that ult. Really dislike it. Because it's like scissors, paper, rock, but you're missing one logical step. Like, he does his dash, and you can't follow his dash, so don't ult. Now, there is other scenarios, of course, where you're going to chunk someone before their teammate comes, and then they're going to be diveable because you did it, sure. But for me, the start is learn the fundamentals, follow the fundamental rules, and then figure out how to break them later. Don't look for the scenario where it's like, yeah, it's good here because 4 bullets makes the difference when Karthus ult. Like, it's not worth it for you, you know, right now.
Yeah,
but later we can have those conversations for sure. Okay, so what happened here? So we over squeezed for tier 2. I don't like it really that much. For me, tier 1, back to sides.
I mean, this is fine that they're chunking it a bit. I mean, not the ult, but...
For me, I don't like chunking mid-turret. Like, if you're gonna hit the mid-turret, you need to break it, otherwise you're wasting tempo. The problem is here that they make a play bot. So Ari doesn't give the bot tower, like, and then gets cheesed, I guess. Or Ari tries to fight 1v1 when no one's bot. Okay, once again, Ari's griefing. But now you guys are pressured to trade. So if Ari's alive and catching bot wave, you should never hit the tier 2. Do you agree?
And we should just like back and buy items, or...
Of course, and push sides.
Yeah.
So let's say you break the mid tier 2. What does it do for you?
I mean, you just get a bit of gold and that's it, kind of.
Okay, so do you need gold to win a fight right now?
I mean, no, I don't even get anything from that gold, to be honest, right now.
The best answer you could have given me is that you can push mid deeper. That's something that I would have been like, hey, you know what, that's a reasonable answer. The gold from tier 2 turret, I just couldn't care less in this game state right now. If you guys have the control and the zone on where the objective's coming, or they don't have vision, they're just going to get nuked every time they step up on one wave. You know, you take mid super deep because you're safe, and then if bot lane disrespects, you run bot. If mid lane disrespects, you dash in and ult them. Then they have to catch mid here, they have to recall, and then you go play sides. But imagine, right? You guys invest your tempo into the mid tier 2, then you need to base. Now the enemy team got this wave of mid prio. Leona has dropped wards all around Arakan. They got mid push. You know what I mean? Like, how is it possible?
Yeah.
Do you see it now?
Yeah, it's kind of criminal.
Like, in these games, like if you play against or if you watch like I don't know if you watch LPL or LCK or something like that, like teams really value tempo over resource in cases like this. Like, this turret is not going to do anything for you if you can't abuse it later. So let's say you take the tier 2, then you base, and then they push top, they push mid, and they get vision here. It's like, well, I took the mid tier 2 so I could push mid deep, but I can't even push mid because I'm unsafe because they have vision everywhere and sides are pushing and we need to go side, but I want people mid, you know?
Yeah.
It's if you don't know what to do, just base.
Okay.
Particularly in an official match. If you don't know what to do, just base. When you have some money or your support needs new wards, just base. It's the safest solution. Now, of course, during the interview, during the review or whatever, we need to look at this thing and optimize. Hitting mid turret, like losing any tempo into mid turret, if you cannot break it, just do not do it. Do not do it. Once again, there's some scenarios where you can do a couple autos and then base, which means it's going to die to the Herald proc. But again, fundamentals, we learn how to break the rules later.
Yes.
So you see the point now that like with this game state, how did the enemy team get wards here when the next objective's Arakan?
Yeah, it's criminal and the mid push and everything,
Yeah. So right now, you guys cheese bot. Maybe the enemy team could have gone to Arakan in a different game. They can't because they're too weak. Like, you guys are just stomping them. Love that. Cancel. Okay, let's watch. Okay, I think it's fine to use W here to clear the way faster, by the way. I know, like, it contradicts what I was saying before about holding your spell. Right now, basically, I wouldn't want you to dash in right now. I'd want you to try get some better vision first. I want you to sweep the top side, make sure they don't have any wards like this, instead of going dashing in mid, okay? So because they have vision here, I want you to sweep this over dashing in mid. But if you knew they had no wards there, then I don't mind you going in. Okay, right now, when Corki is clicking like this at you, what are you thinking?
I mean, somebody is behind him or like on the flank or like on the right.
So there's two parts. The first one is, maybe he sees Nami, and maybe that's why he's clicking. Maybe. Maybe someone's behind him. Maybe. What's the next thing? So this guy, maybe he's bluffing you, maybe he's not, and we don't know. But right now, you know, Nami's not around. Maybe there's someone behind him. I'm kind of scared. So what should you do?
I mean, I should respect it, you know.
Okay.
Or I can like keep them interested a bit, but keep the range so I don't die.
Agree, but one click. If you click back at him and your character turns this way, you get a lot of info from this guy. If he clicks forward again, but doesn't change his path, then maybe he's committed to the bluff.
Yeah.
But if you turn around once, maybe he turns around once. You get a lot of information just from one click. Make sense? Now the second thing, which was my original point, is use your blue orb. You can fact check this guy like that.
Like you want to blue orb like
pick a side, safe side. Are you maybe you think someone's here? What's their threat? Who's scary to you? For me, it's this guy. It's Yorn.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to use blue orb here, like even for vision, because I'm not scared really here in this position.
So why do you click back?
I mean, because yeah, that's a valid question.
You get my point? Like, if you're not scared, you would click here. Now, I think it's fine for you to be a little bit on edge. Like, oh, this is a bit weird. Also, it's not that important that you catch the wave mega high. But for me, just use your blue orb, man. It's fine to use it. It's fine.
Okay.
Like, maybe you see someone here and it changes the way that you conceptualize the wave, or it changes your teammates' game. Getting info, once again, it's never bad. Now, yes, is there better ways to use blue orb? Is there a better timer to save it, to use it for your teammate that's pushing outside lane, whatever? Again, if you have it up and there's any inkling of risk, just do it. Just use it. Make yourself safe. It's fine. For now, see Jace, we know you're in spots. Fine. Nice. Guys, wait for me. Oh my god, this Jace, like, I can't believe he merely Q's the wave, you know? Like, you could be here. Like, yeah, sure, man. Sure. Sure thing, dude. Okay, let's watch. What's your job right now?
I mean, I should just be catching this mid and stop like Yon and Drake, right?
So, great. Map is split right now. 2 of them are dead. Now, you guys want to get both. You guys are being, in my eyes, it's greedy, okay? Which means that your mindset needs to change. If you want to make the greedy choice, it's fine. But what do you need to do? Reduce the volatility. Exactly. Right now, for what? When's the punish?
Yeah, it's...
Like, I know you have great mechanics. I've been watching you play 22 minutes and 20 seconds. I've seen it already.
Yeah, but
if you want to be a good pro, you have to grow your brain. This will lose you games. It will. I promise. Squeeze machine. Little outplay. Nice. Okay. Sure, man. You're a hero. Well done.
Yeah, but...
The concept,
it's not good.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. But this game you don't... Okay, you get punished. Sure. Okay. Just, I need you to keep asking yourself in the game, what's my job? What's my job? What's my job? And when can I actually make use of my aggression? Like, if I trade with someone, when are they actually going to die? When are my teammates ready to punish them? If I push this mid wave, what pressure can I apply to the map? Can I go to side lane and dive them? No. Okay, can I chunk them mid? Maybe. Can I go and do a camp? Yes. Could I deny vision somewhere or sweep vision that they had there before because I fucked my tempo? Yes. You know?
Yeah.
You should always have these like micro goals in the game of what to follow. Because when I see you dash in on this Leona on mid, for me, you just don't know what you're meant to be doing. In the sense of like, you understand the map state and you understand you want to stop them here. But if you knew your role, or if you had a micro objective, which is, hey, I need to lean bot side, get information so my Cassante can go in. Once I have information, we can kill them. And then from there, we play for the bot tier 2 on this way. If that's all running through your head, I would never see you in a million years dash on this guy. Even W, auto, and then flexing on him and dashing out, I don't like it. I don't see the point. Your main job is get to dragon ASAP, pink this, and then defend the bush if they try to face choke you, right? Let's see how we close out this game. Karthus going bot to dive tier 2 when Baron's up. Fantastic. Fantastic news. Baron's gone, probably. No flash because we griefed trying to kill Leona before. Enemy team's boosted. You're also the goat for living. Like, you see it, right? Like, it's so sloppy, man. So sloppy. Like, for me, the stuff that I've reviewed in this game, it's like optimization, discipline, and like, I mean, we talked about some macro stuff with the Herald or timing on, you know, when to base based on your jungle path, things like that. For me, we need to increase the discipline. And I mean, as long as you understand what you should be doing in the early game and mechanically you play like this, I think you'll climb. Now, of course, this is a 1-game sample size and maybe there's another one where you don't have such a great game. But for me, it's clear what mistakes you're making so far. Let's watch one more team fight and then I want to actually check the other VOD.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Where should Jace be right now?
Jace should take the banana bush and look to like, yeah.
You can never use your blue orb on dragon here. If you want to contest this dragon, you need to make sure this is safe, and from here, orb this, and retake this bush. If you cannot retake this bush against a good team, this dragon's gone. And in truth, it's very, very hard to contest this fucking dragon right now versus the enemy champs.
Yeah, it is.
So, Jace is griefing, you see that he's griefing, so then you just take this bush somehow. Like, how are you allowed to walk up and take this bush? How is this allowed? Nice dodge, nice dodge. Okay, let's see what happens. Trade. Nice. I like that you hold your cleanse and you don't use it like, a few times this game you used it well. Like you hold it when you don't need to use it.
Yeah.
I like. Let's go bots. Take a base. Can't get melee queued. He's slowed. After the rapid fire, he's dead. Why is he dead?
Because I'm resulting also.
Correct. So, just a spacing mistake. Now, so there's 2 components to it. The first one is just a spacing mistake. Okay, we can move on. Don't need to talk about it. Second thing is it's a visualization mistake. Once you slowed him with your W and then your rapid fire auto, he gets RE charmed or flashes. That's the visualization finished, which means your role changes. Next thing, blue up. Blow up here, blow up here. Make yourself safe. Now you see Yorn. Okay, great. But we don't know perfect info. Just use it. Use your blow up. Now, of course, if you get Yorn ulted, the fight's lost. Like, as a concept, this game. You're all dead, and game's over, right? No wave?
No, it's not. I mean, they didn't have minions,
nah.
right?
It's a banger. Okay,
I mean, yeah,
I give up on this game. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, sure.
And this is a game I actually already watched from you, so
Yeah.
But I was watching this before. There was some shenanigans level 1, I remember. I didn't really want to watch the early game because it was quite uneventful. Basically, like, also what I was talking to you about when you're saying which VOD should I send you, it's like the most
I should be sending like whatever.
I look for, like, I need an average day in your life, you know? I need the good and the bad, because otherwise it's without the context, it's hard for me to know the best advice to give you. Now, based on this one game, I think, to be honest, I'll probably see a lot of the same mistakes in different forms. But let's see if there's something we can find from this game. I'd like to review some team fights, actually. I think me and you can do a lot of team fighting stuff, and then I think we should get very technical with our lane phase examples. I don't really want to go through too much macro today.
Yeah, we don't need to go.
I think for
macro.
now we should work on your individual condition in lane and your understanding of how team fights should play out and zones. So what I was talking about with like Jace being here, the dragon, like, I want you to know which bush, like where you need to position based on what threats. And then what threats you need to avoid, and if you don't avoid them, you will lose. And which of your teammates you need to help you avoid those threats. Make sense?
Yes.
So I think that's the best places we can put in work right now. And I think the macro is like, not yet. Not yet. But we will get there, okay?
Yeah, sure.